G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 4 of my cold dual-wielding Reaper playthrough. Where last episode we killed a lot of trolls at the end there. I went and killed a few more off screen. I got about, I guess that's a little bit more than half a level. But I did eventually get this superior troll bone crusher of the abomination, and we're going to go turn that into a relic. So, one mistborn talisman coming right up. Yep, got everything else there. Bingo, bango, bongo, there is our default weapon attacker. Or our default attack replacer, rather. So that's going on main attack, and that now means we have to have Amarasta's Blade Burst. I'm actually going to put it on right-click here, but you can put it wherever you like. Put it on button 3 or wherever, honestly. And that frees us up to do Homestead, Pine Barrens, all that sort of stuff this episode. So, let's get on it. Now, looks like I didn't get the Homestead waypoint, so we're going to have to do a little bit of running here. Not too much. Oh, and I still have to do the Mountain Deeps as well. So, let's go talk to Ulgrim. What are you doing here? How can I help? Absolutely, yes, agree. That's right, I will look for Dahlia. Okay, so, the reason we do this is, before we get into this too much, is this. So this is going to be similar to Savagery. It's obviously not going to be as good, but you get all those bonuses whenever you use this, and you build up stacks and charges and stuff, and all those multipliers, those percentages and stuff, multiply through, and it is just way better than your default weapon attack. Actually, can I show that here? So Troll Rage, and then if we just put weapon attack here, you can see it's considerably better. And then also, because we're attacking with the default weapon attack, I believe these multipliers also work on any weapon pool skills that happen to trigger off that as well. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I believe that's how it works. If anyone does know exactly how it works, let me know in the comments, please. I would love to have that information available. So, in the Mountain Deeps, we want, yeah, that's not a good number. We want Vitality Resistance because of these trolls, specifically the Blood Mages. They will put a little thing under your feet, eventually. There it is. So he's going to put that down. He's going to curse me. He's basically a Kabbalist or an occultist. You can see here we got Blood Burst, or, what is that spell called? Hang on, I can just check. This one. We've basically got Bloody Pox on us, and they're putting sigils of consumption underneath us. That's effectively what's happening. So it's a bunch of vitality damage, and actually, I can kind of fix that. So, remembering from last time, and this time we are not going to keep the add-on, we're going to keep the item. I'm going to do that twice. And then we're going to put some soul shards on there. I'm pretty sure I have 2. I probably should have checked before I blew up my components, but here we are. Yeah, I do have 2. Okay, so soul shards are worth 20 vitality resistance each, instead of the 10% that the corpse dust gives. So you lose a little bit of health, but you gain vitality resistance. You also gain energy absorption and energy leech resistance, which is probably not a big deal either way. But hey, it's a nice little bonus, and honestly, I'm taking those for the vitality resistance at this point anyway. I'm also looking at double scaled hide and an ancient armor plate, and then I'm noticing that I'm short on both bleeding and piercing resistance, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe that should be a silk swatch. But it's also a lot of faffing about, so let's keep the faffing to a minimum. And instead, I think I saw a totem. I did. So this is an ancient totem. And ancient totems are a little bit scary. Not massively scary, but a little bit. That just means I'm still going to do it, but I'm going to be a little bit more careful about it. Now, this troll that just showed up, go ahead and watch him drop me a... Oops. Go ahead and watch him drop me a Bone Crusher. Now that I don't actually need it, he didn't drop it, which is interesting. Okay, Hoarfrost Ointment, kind of who cares, but the rest of this, maybe there'll be something nice in there. I think I need new pants kind of soonish. Actually, they're not too bad. Okay, we'll eat that. And this is glacial, which is nice. I like glacial pants. Rime Frost, I think, would be better, but didn't get it, so that's alright. This is better than my main hand? I don't know about that. I do know that these are decent. This one specifically, I think, is better. However, that 8% armor probably pretty good. I think I'm going to leave the green on, and we'll probably get a better green as well while we're going through the homestead section. Alright, there's a lot of goop on the ground there, the green goop specifically. Poison is, I mean, we're max resistance, but I'm pretty sure that was the green goop on the floor, deleting half my health points. Alright. Shield, we don't care, that's fine. Okay, Devotion Shrine here. We're going to start on the Rumor Devotion. And I'm going to have to get used to right-clicking to use the Amarasta's Blade Burst. But just trust me, bro. The Mistborn Talisman is really good, and you absolutely want it. It does kind of make it a little painful to use Amarastas, but it's still good. Just you know, trust me, bro. What's my source? I just made it up. No, I didn't make it up. It is definitely better to do it this way. It's just, you know, more clicks, and you have to remember to click, and wait till we get Bone Harvest as well. Okay, we did get some extra skill points too. Now, what I'm looking at here is the things I have left that I want. Obviously, I want Execution, I want Blade Spirit. I'm thinking I probably want at least 1 point in Nightfall. I don't really care about Nidala's Justifiable Ends, although it is crit damage, so maybe 1 point is good to get. The other things I want, I do actually want to get the last 2 points in Shadow Dance, and maybe we just chuck 1 point in there, and then next level we'll go up to 50. Well, over the next few levels we'll go up to 50. Okay, we did also get a new devotion point, so let's go ahead and get started on Murmur. 40% cold and acid damage. Not bad, not bad. Yep, I have spent all of my points. And I do indeed see my good friend Icrix here, who is going to absolutely flood this place with poison when he dies. And, of course, there's always someone who wants to +1 into a fight. I was hoping I could click on that without actually having to stop attacking, but turns out I'm bad at pointing my mouse at things and clicking on them. Okay, grab these. I think I already got the treasure trove. If I didn't, I'm just going to tell myself I did, and we're going to leave anyway. So, if I didn't get the treasure trove, you can go ahead and laugh at me in the comments. I'm sure it won't be the last reason I give you for that. We are a little bit low on health here. Technically speaking, the Shadow Dance is 20% chance to avoid. So, I mean, realistically, divide by 0.8, we're probably actually sitting somewhere around 3,500, something like that. Effective hit points, that is. But more would definitely be better. Right. Dynamite, I've got 5, so we can actually go straight into Pine Barrens here. I think what I'm going to do is my usual trick of make a portal here, then go do a bunch of turn-ins, so we have to go and talk to Olgrim and what's his face, the brother of the dead body we found. Colin, I think his name is. We have to go talk to them and get to Homestead just to have the waypoint. But then, so what I usually do is I leave a portal here, and then I'll get to Homestead, and I'll sell a bunch of stuff and do some inventory management, and then I'll just, you know, go back to Devil's Crossing because there's some new piece of gear and I need to change my components or something like that. Then I clear the rift by accident, okay, and then I curse about it a little bit. I mean, quietly to myself, so the mic doesn't pick it up. And then we run back from Homestead anyway, so we'll see how that goes. These commanders here, the Flesh Warp commanders, Flesh Warp vanguards, are the things I want to be killing for the Flesh Warped pauldrons and the chest, and the helmet I probably won't use, but maybe. If I get some good rolls on it, could be worth using. So we'll see how that goes, but it's the Flesh Warped commanders and the Flesh Warped vanguards that I want to be killing for those, so this guy right here. These guys have guns, which, I don't know, for some reason they only drop the guns, but hey. Why would you put armor on your people with guns, right? Okay. Coming up on Homestead here, now I'm going to clear the area here a little bit. Again, still trying to remember that I have a right mouse button I need to use every now and again. So I'm basically holding the left mouse button and then spamming the right, and it seems to be working okay. So if I could have got one of the swords to drop, I think I did get a sword, but a ghost sword that is, but I think it was not very good in terms of rolls, or something was better. There was some reason why I didn't use it, but if I had managed to get one, the bonuses to, I'm pretty sure it was Whirling Death, would be pretty nice. Is that? Maybe I'm misremembering. Anyway, Malkadar's coming up kinda soon, so we'll be able to get some better weapons at that point. Alright, I'm going to sell those. Do I want these shoulders? Definitely yes. So we'll sell that one. Now, those are no good. These gloves are actually a lot of extra armor. Some better resistances too. I think I want those. This helmet is considerably better armor. That's a lot of health. I do need that Aether resistance though, so I think I'll hang on to those. I'm not saying I will definitely use them, but they could absolutely be an upgrade. Okay. So, grab the lore notes, get up here, realize I haven't gone back to talk to Ulgrim yet. Don't use the map, we run back to the portal. Alright, we use the portal to go back to Dead Man's Gulch. Talk to Colin first, because otherwise I'll have to find him in Homestead and then talk to him. I mean, not that he's hard to find, he's always at the same place, but it's easier to do it this way. Then we send everyone to Homestead. Alright. Then we go back to Homestead. We talk to Ulgrim. And actually at this point I should probably just go to Pine Barrens. And let's get another point in physique here. I also probably should have been using these for the extra XP, but it's fine. Alright, don't talk to anyone else. Captain Soma, you can wait. What's your name? Douglas Sullivan Oldbarrow. Interesting name, but you can wait as well. We're doing Prospectors Trail, we're doing Pine Barrens first. So I've got my dynamite. I probably should have banked all those components, but laser focused on not accidentally screwing up and having to run back. It seemed to have kind of halfway worked. Alright, I actually do want to kill you. So, Flesh Warped Commander, goodbye. Impenetrable Flesh Warped Cask. Now, like I said, I do need the Aether resistance on my current helmet. And I really need to get some more points in... well, not some more points, but I need to get... Actually, that's a good point. Alright, new plan. We're going to get the Pine Barrens waypoint. Then we're going to go do Homestead, so as I can take Necromancer. Then we're going to come back and do Pine Barrens. Okay? Alright. I think that's probably the way to do it. You need to die. I don't appreciate you healing this guy. Alright, there he goes. And we've got a Demonic of Soleil's Malice. That's both of those are going to be Vitality and Chaos. And this is Phantasmal Blades? Actually, not bad. Okay, new plan. We're remaking the character. This just became a Phantasmal Blades leveling character. No, we're not doing that. But that actually wouldn't be a bad thing to do at this point. Although I think the best MI for leveling Phantasmal Blades, I'm pretty sure, is a two-handed crossbow, so... yeah, maybe not. But yeah, that is definitely a very nice triple rare. Okay, we are going to take out that infestation. We are going to actually sell this. Yep, it kind of hurts a little bit, but, I mean, not that much. Also, I don't need that rift gate anymore, so let's go do components. Because I do need to do components. Okay, keep the add-on. Yes, I'm sure. Keep the add-on, yes, I'm sure. Watch me delete another item here. And yes, I need the Aether resistance for this part, so we'll keep that. After we're done with this part, we need Chaos Res, so we'll have to worry about that later. May end up heading back to Crunley's gang, just to get a couple items with Chaos... Oh. May end up just opening my bag and pulling out these 2 Chaos items that I'd forgotten about. Alright, let's get us some eggs here. Pretty sure I didn't hit that one. I think that one hatched. While we're here, we'll get the Dala's Diary, and that'll start that quest off. Being normal difficulty, that'll also kind of finish it until Act 5. Okay, level 31, I'm actually going to start saving these points. I know I said I was going to put more points in here, but what I really want to do is get at least 1 point in Spectral Binding here. More in Spectral Wrath would be nice, even though it's not minus cold resistance. It is a... it does count as an attack, so we can use it to proc various pieces of equipment. And it also kind of spreads, and it's just generally good to be getting free hits on things. The minus attack speed retaliation on it is also quite good. But mostly I'm looking at the helmet I'm using. It's got 6% physical resistance to Spectral Binding there. The Aether damage is, it's nice enough, I guess. But I'm here for that 6% physical resistance more than anything else. So, if I can get another level before we join Kaiman's Idiots, then I'll be quite happy. I'm also just going to follow this road to get to the Devotion Shrine. Also, for those wondering, we can replace the Relic, the Troll Bone Crusher. We'll be replacing that at, I think it's 55, when we get access to the Ancient Grove. The merchant in there will sell us the component skill that gives us a different one. So we will only be losing a weapon component slot rather than our relic slot. Till then, though, we kind of don't have a huge amount of choice. Okay, we get some more avoidance here. I am also tempted to get the eel up here. It's 2% more chance to avoid, like, everything. So this is 5%, and then over here we got 22, so it's 27%, so, like, not quite 1 in 3 attacks, just misses. It's pretty good. This body here is the one you want. This has got the quest item on it. The one on the other side, don't really care for it so much. Heading directly south, we can actually ignore this house. I will kind of go and poke the door. This house here, if you didn't find your body in either the farm here or this house, then it could be here. There is kind of a... What is that? That's a zombie, but is that his arm, or is that his... Oh, that's his leg that's been torn off. Okay, alright. Anyway, that could be where your last will of what's-his-face is. So this one here, the last will of Marthas Everbrook, could be down here, could be in the barn, could be in the building where I got mine, or it could be kind of directly west of this rift gate, there's another house. So one of those 4 locations will have it. This being open, this is like my favorite part about this entire area is when this is open, because it means I can just run straight down. I don't have to make this very, very tiny detour that irritates me way more than it should. Trying to shadow strike up there. That's alright. Game won't let me, so I'll get some free XP instead. So we're over here. We are going to rescue the demon from being trapped inside the body of the little girl, which definitely sounds like a fate worse than death to me. So we blow this up. Effectively, we're trading 1 dynamite for a Blood of Chthon here. Pretty good trade, in my opinion. You definitely can't get 3 Blood of Chthon in exchange for an Aether shard, so this is, in my opinion, a very good trade. Damage will definitely pick up once we get some better weapons. I may have to go for a run through the Arcovian Underground section just for another couple of weapons. Definitely worth checking... Herald's Jacket. Definitely worth checking the various bosses that are in there. I'm pretty sure... Is it Nomos Dread, the first one? I'm pretty sure one of them has a sword every time. And if you prefer swords, then you can kill him and get a sword drop. If you prefer axes, one of the other ones has the axe as well. Should probably check that. Actually, let me just check that. So we're looking for spectral weapons. Spectral longsword drops from... Yeah, so the sword was Nomos Dread, and the sword is a Shadow Strike weapon, and then the axe is going to be... Laudos Vagra has the axes. So we could actually go and do that. And I might do it after we kill the Aether Cow, or maybe even before. What are we? We're level 31, and I'm using a level 20 axe. So the next Spectral Battle Axe. Sorry, I'm on my other screen again. Spectral Battle Axe. Next one is actually level 35, so there's no point going just yet. But at level 35, I think I will go. This is the house I was talking about. This is the 4th potential location of the last will and testament of some idiot who got himself killed in the fields. I will say as well, there is a totem. It's an ancient Aether Warp totem out here in these fields. I strongly recommend not clicking on it. This character is quite squishy, and the ancient Aether Warped totems potentially will throw a whole bunch of Storm Titans and such at you. So definitely recommend avoiding ancient totems for now. Later we'll definitely be able to take them, but for now it's just not worth the risk. If you're playing on softcore, by all means kill them. Or, you know, click on them and you can kite a few away at a time or whatever. If you're playing hardcore, it's definitely not worth the risk. Okay, so this is what we got. We got the Eye of the Beholder, so yeah, not great. There was also a ring there, which I'll take a look at here in a second. Okay, who's throwing fire at me? That's you, isn't it? Goblin Shaman. Almost as bad as Skeletal Priest. Alright, let's get a bit of a move on here. Now we've got the bug den to do, which is not going to be particularly difficult. I think I just missed Amarastas though. Maybe I didn't. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so we're looking for the bug den. I'm checking here, it's not there. Already checked here and here, it's not there or there. This little section here can have one, doesn't look like it. We can also check up to the north side here. I think it's going to be in this little section. Yeah, there it is. Before I get into that though, I've just spotted a flesh-warped commander who, I mean, he's made out of loot that I want, so Be rude not to, really. Alright, let's go in. So, in here we have got an Exalted Stash, we have got a Devotion Shrine, we have got a couple of bosses we have to kill, one of which should be running onto the screen any second now. Not seeing him though, so maybe he's got the day off. Oh, there he is. Grand Vizier Luzakal here. Let's not stand in poison, no. That's always a good thing. Very good thing not to do. Definitely equipping those soul shards was the way to go here. Noticing my energy getting low, I did indeed use an energy potion there, so the leech from those 2 soul shards is clearly not enough. This first little section here, the only reason I'm here is to check for the Exalted Stash. It has 1 spawn location down here, and that's, well, that's where I'm going. So just down here, it's not here, so it would be kind of here-ish if it was here. See if we can attract the hive guard. I think I've got him on the way over. I would like to kill him. He does count as corrupted. So he's going to put Aether goop on the ground. Which, I don't love that, but I mean, he's made out of loot, so it'd be kind of rude not to. Where's the Aether goop? There it is. Let's wait for him to put another one down, or when he dies he'll leave a, I guess a 3rd one or a 2nd one now. Alright, there we go. Ancient Heart is not bad for killing him. Rift-Torn Greaves, I think, is actually Aether res, so we may use those. Yeah, that's only slightly more than the Adept's Boots, but definitely be using those in... Is this like the 3rd pair of that chest I've found? We'll be using those for fighting the Aether Cow. So the whole reason to come down here was to check for the Exalted Stash, and I ended up clearing the entire area. Just Grim Dawn things, I guess. Okay. 2 more points in physique, because I really need more health. So I am actually below the point at which I would normally say, you're seriously low on health, go get some health. Once we can take Necromancer though, so I probably should be skipping the hive and just killing the Aether Cow, now that I'm thinking about it. But we're here now, so let's just go and do it. Yeah, 3,000 health at level 32 is extremely low. Let's go kill... Hang on, I'm in the wrong section in my head. Here we go. It's this one I want. So we'll go down here and we've got a little intermediate area. The intermediate area here is another spawn location for the Exalted Stash. So just kind of up here. It's not here today, it would be just sort of here-ish, I think, from memory. It might be over that side, but it's in this little section here somewhere. So that's fine. No Exalted Stash here. Means it kind of has to be in the Queen's Chambers, in that little section off to the left. So we'll pick it up there after the Queen dies, or potentially before the Queen dies. But either way, we're going to get it. Okay, it's a lot of poison damage. Maybe we kill Gollus first. Maybe we kill Gollus's friends first, actually. Now, I don't love him shadow striking me, but I love standing in Vitality and other assorted goop a lot less. Alright, we can face tank him now. At least in theory. He shouldn't be shadow striking us anymore, and we shouldn't have to stand in goop anymore. Yeah, the weapons definitely need an upgrade. Be interested to know actually how much health he has. I'm guessing it's 120,000, something like that. That's alright, he's gonna go down, it's just gonna take another couple seconds. There he goes. Sheltering of Voidfire. I'm not gonna say that's the worst ring I've ever seen, but it's close. The worst part about it is it's a straight upgrade for that Skinner family seal, so I guess we have to hang on to that till, what, 34? 35. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. So I definitely want to be getting out of that mess. Whiffed on Amarastas. Nearly died to all the goop on the ground. This is definitely the reason why I hate these bugs back in Act 1. In Act 1, when you're just starting out, you have no health. And I still have no health. But at least in Act 1 I had an excuse for having no health. Alright, we've got that. I think as soon as I have Rumor here, we're going to stop and get the turtle. Definitely need that shield, that circuit breaker. And I'm thinking at this point it's not a want, it's a need. And keep in mind, I have maxed out poison and acid res, so that stuff just hurts. Alright, we're done here. We've just got to kill the queen and the Aether cow, and then we can actually get a decent chunk of health here. So Spectral Binding is one of the buffs that just gives you health. So I'll be putting a lot of points into that. Might even just max it out straight away. Armor is kind of okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. So it's definitely all the poison and all the other goop on the ground is what's giving me such hassle. But that's alright, we will get to the point where it doesn't matter. Or we'll die on the way, one or the other. Oop, I forgot I left you guys alive. Yeah, I think at this point investing more into Shadow Dance, our Pneumatic Burst, is probably not going to help too much. We need to get more health, and I think Spectral Binding is the way to do that. Okay, let's skip a lot of this junk. The other thing as well is once we get access to Necromancer and we have the Necromancer weapon pull skills, that'll help as well. Mark of Torment will also be quite useful. Okay, I am going to clear this area, or at least clear all of the side rooms and as much of the middle as I can before I worry about killing the queen. And we should get our Exalted Stash off to the side here. Okay, she spits poison out. As soon as you get into melee range, she'll stop doing that, but if you ever disengage, the first thing she's going to do is spit poison at you. So, not having to run away and deal with her little friends will definitely help. She is, however, just going to continuously spawn them, which is not helpful, shall we say. Yeah, I think pretty much everything's done now. So we've got a nice, kind of empty room to fight her in. Like I said, though, she is going to just continuously spawn more stuff. So let's go ahead and get into melee with her. I think I'm not standing in that I'm definitely standing in that poison, though. Alright, once she gets off the wall, we should be fine. Not taking a huge amount of damage here, so the next phase is going to be interesting. She's a little bit of a pushover while she's on the wall, but now she's going to get off the wall. Okay. We want to stay more or less in melee if we can. She is going to do a lot of damage though. And then she's going to yell and bring the roof down on us. I was expecting more damage, I'm not going to lie. I fully expected her to be, you know, chunking a quarter of my health bar every time she hit me. So I'm glad that she isn't, but I'm also somewhat surprised. Don't get me wrong, I'll take it, but yeah, surprised. Alright. Down she goes. Let's have a look at her weapon. I don't expect I'm going to use it, but, you know, maybe. I am definitely not going to use it, although it is better than Reaper's Touch, apparently. It's not exactly difficult to do, but maybe. Right, we are way over on the requirements for that poison. Elemental did just get uncapped, though. Or I guess it was almost uncapped anyway, and we lost more health in exchange for that Aether res. Now, I'm going to do it, because... hang on. This, I think, is going to be better. Pretty much the same health. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Better resistances on that one, although I didn't check what they were, now that I'm thinking about it. What resist did you have? Pierce and Chaos. Pierce and Chaos. 1% less Chaos, but a bunch of extra Pierce. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the item here, I think. Do I have another pair of shoulders? Not really. Yeah, I'm going to keep the item there. And I'm going to put... I mean, what I want to put there, I don't have access to yet, so I can't. But I'm going to put a scaled hide on one of them, and probably a silk swatch on the other, just to cap that pierce and bleeding res. There's no reason not to, honestly. So let's go resilient plating, silk swatch on the shoulders, and we'll get a scaled hide. How do I not have an Aether crystal? Okay, alright, that's fine. I need one Aether crystal. I know where I can find one Aether crystal easily. Oh, Mr. Krieg, I hear you have Aether crystals. So this should just be done. Alright, we're leaving. And I'm going to come back later and raid Krieg's crystal supplies later. For now, all I need is one scaled hide, and I'll be on my way. So, scaled hide. There we go. So that's armor absorption up to 98%, which honestly, it's close enough to 100%. It doesn't really matter. Don't need that. I do need to get some gear with health on it, though. Let's sell all of these. What was that shoulder? Is that fire? Yeah, that's fire. A lot of chaos, though. And 200 armor. I think I'm going to keep those, and I might even swap them over now that I'm looking at it. I would lose not enough poison resistance to make a difference. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll sell all of this stuff. What is that? That is a Herald's jacket. That's actually not bad. I don't think I'm going to find the rest of it, and honestly, the rest of it is kind of needed to be any good, but it's fine. And Corrosive of Supremacy, I don't care. Alright. So now we just absolutely look hideous. Those shoulders with that helmet? Girl! No. It's alright, it's okay. No one's gonna see it. Everyone who sees it is gonna be dead anyway, so don't stress about it. Don't stress about those shoulders you just paid money to destroy. Also, I'm going to get rid of those boots as well. We'll keep this one. And do I need this? 50% chaos is honestly enough. I think I'd rather have the physical resistance on the other one. Don't need those anymore, which means I can sell them. And this helmet, honestly, I really want to wear this helmet. just for that 500 health. If this had a vitality on it, I would be so happy. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so I guess we'll just do without. Alright, there's the smiley face on the map. Always fun. Let's get out of here. Let's go kill the Aether cow. And then we can finally become a Reaper. So, someone was asking for a build for a level 100 because they had either played previously or played ahead of me or whatever, and they were close to level 100. So on the previous video you will find a Grimtools link to a kind of preliminary, let's say, unoptimized kind of goal. You can definitely use that if you want. There's also a lot of endgame builds you can find on grimtools.com. So if you're ever not sure what you want to do, or you get way in front of me because I put one of these episodes up every day or two, go ahead and check out Grimtools. They have a build section, and you can usually find maybe not the best builds in the world, but at least semi-curated will be on there. You can usually find something good. But yeah, if you want to play way in front of me, the only other decision we have left to make that really matters for this build is that we're going to go hostile with Barrowhome. Namidea's Horns, the helmet, is going to be a very nice item for us for leveling. If you have already played ahead and you've already sided with Barrowhome, don't stress about it. There will also be a different helmet that you can use. It's not the end of the world if you don't choose to go hostile with Barrowhome. So we'll be getting that helmet around about the same time as we get our weapons from Malkadar. Actually, a little bit before then. Okay, so that little aside. Let's go kill as a cow. That was not what I wanted to do. Open the gates first. and then we shadow strike the things. So the Aether cow is going to have plenty of time to do his stuff, because, well, the damage is not there yet for this build. Probably because I'm using weapons that are 12 levels out of date. But we should be able to kill him. So the things we're looking for, you want Aether resistance, absolutely, for fighting the cow. And actually, if I have any items that give me more, not really. I think I could afford to lose one ward stone here, so I could probably go and swap one of these for an Aether soul, but that would mean I need to farm Aether crystals, and it's kind of, yeah, no, I'll do that at some point. So he's going to put up little Aether plumes, don't stand in them, and then he's going to shoot waves. Now you'll know when he's starting the waves because he will make the big red glowy circle above his head, and the noise for a sundering attack, so just don't get hit by that and you should be alright. So I'm going to wait for him to come out, and now we're just going to beat him down. So first one, this should be, there we go, there's the waves. So next big attack should be Sunder, yep, and I should have ran previously, but I didn't, so that's fine. Okay, next one should be Sunder. Next one, there we go. Okay, standing in Aether Goop, which, you know, lovely. Let's back off, wait for him to do his little sundering thing. We can run around in circles while he figures out that it's time to do it. Whenever you're ready, big guy. Okay, now we can get some damage in. I think I'm just going to kill him at this point. I'm standing in Aether, which is not the best idea. Alright, he gets one more set of Sunders. Come on, do the thing. You know you want to. There it is, okay. Now we run around. Stand not in the goop. And this time I'm just going to kill him. There we go. Down he goes. Miasma Hood, not great. Pulsing Shard, also not great. affixes on the pulsing shard, absolute garbage. But there we go. Boss down. Don't forget to grab your bonus loot from inside the barn here. And that's us done for the left side of Homestead. Now, level 32, we're not going to have access to new weapons. But what we do get... actually, let's actually do the thing I should have done. And had the XP hat on. So we've also just hit friendly with Homestead, which... I wanted to read that, not sell it, which is good. So let's go ahead and eat that. And we now have Captain Soma done. I've killed it. Oops, I'm supposed to click on continue. Yes, I will rescue your prisoners, probably eventually. And now we can speak to the emissaries, and also Dale of Thornsbury, and also all these other sentries. Promise I didn't read your diary, and didn't go through your sock drawer either. Alright. We need to join Brother Moltaire here. We are joining Kaiman's Chosen. As much as I hate doing it, we do have to join them in order to get our weapons. So we're going to join them, as distasteful as it is. We also no longer need Aether resistance quite so much, and Chaos would be preferable. So if I still had the Chaos helmet, I probably should put it on now. But I don't, so I'm not going to. Also, now that we have joined them, they won't let you join if you're already a Necromancer. But if you just wait... If you just wait and then join them later, then they're perfectly fine with it. And they'll grumble about it a little bit in Ultimate when we get there. But they're not going to kick us out. So once you're in, you're fine. Now we can take Necromancer. And actually, I'm going to put 1 point in Reaping Strike here as well. And I will put a point in Bone Harvest. Definitely do want this, but mostly I want it for Soul Harvest. 1 point here is actually not very good. What I'm thinking, the reason why I'm thinking of doing this is for the AoE. 200% main hand damage. It is an extra attack, but while we're casting this, we're not swinging our weapons, so it's a hard one. I think we'll try it for now. I'm going to put it on button number 3, and we'll just see how often I use it. And if it turns out I'm not using it very often, I might take that point back. But 7 points in Spectral Binding, or 2 plus 5 from gear, is 600 health. Pretty much every point gives you 100 extra health. The Aether damage is a kind of a nice to have, and 52 offensive ability means we are missing less often against bosses, I guess. Right, let's pick up the rest of these quests. And then I think we go to Pine Barrens. If we can get to 35, that'll let me use... do I have Devil Crossing Reputation? Yeah, so Homestead, once we get to Respected, they'll have some stuff for us. Devil's Crossing, we should already be Respected. We are. So level 35, we get access to some gear from the various factions. Pretty good boots and gloves from Homestead. And then... struggling to think of anything else. There's got to be something else good. But we'll burn that bridge when I get to it. For now, let's go do the Pine Barrens. My favorite area. And I'm only partly joking there. Pine Barrens is incredibly good. In terms of time taken and XP gained, this place is an absolute goldmine. Okay. It's probably worth getting used to using Bone Harvest, because it is going to be a very large chunk of damage for us later. So having it active, definitely not a bad thing. Just to kind of get used to it. The reason why you want Bone Harvest, let me just kill this guy and I'll show you. It's Soul Harvest here. It's going to add flat, cold, and vitality damage. And once we get our hands on the correct belt, we're going to be converting a lot of that vitality to cold. So it's cold, more cold, and a little bit of vitality. The rest of this is going to be kind of 1-point wonders. But this is what we want. Unfortunately, we're nowhere near that, so at the moment we're just getting a kind of okay AoE nuke. And training the old muscle memory. It is decent damage, actually. The other thing we want to do while we're here is kill a bunch of these. For that. So, Manticore Poison Gland, make sure you pick one up. You can pick one up, put it in your stash, come back, pick another one up, if that's something you might be interested in doing. Certainly can't hurt, but honestly, they're very, very common, and it's kind of not worth it. In my opinion, I mean, I killed, what, 2, 3 Manticores, and I have a couple of them on the floor. Mogara here is pretty easy to kill, so I'm going to kill her. She's going to do 1 attack, 2 attack, and there's the Sunder. You just dodge the Sunder, and you're good. Should probably get 1 more Sunder. There it is. She might even get another Sunder. So damage is really, really falling off a bit. Fortunately, I didn't get Megara's Fangs of the Grove, because I would be quite upset. But but that's alright. If you're playing a Blade Master or a Soldier or whatever, this is your +1 to Skills Amulet. It's actually not bad, just looking at it. Bleeding Resist. Well, I'm not going to swap it because it's not as good, in my opinion, as the Shambler's Heart. But it's certainly not horrible. Definitely noticing that I'm running out of energy as well now, but it's not really an issue because energy potions exist. So, I think it's okay. At least for now, it's okay. Right, we are looking for a hidden cave, and it's spawned in the very first place that I would do check. Yours probably won't be here, mine very rarely is. But this cave here, see how it's not on the map? We have another cave over here that is on the map. That's not the one we want to go in. We want the one that isn't on the map. So, if yours isn't there, the other places it can spawn, if you open your map up and see this little hard L here, it can spawn right on the end here, it can spawn right on the end here, or on this little rock here. So, you can kind of see like the hole where it would be if it was there. And you can see that on all of the end pieces. So right there is the other one, and then down there. And then after that, there's one more spot, but like I always say, I almost never get that one, so I don't actually remember where it is. If you just look over towards the east, you'll find it. And that's big. No, it's not big, it was just higher up. Trick of it being up here on the hill, it looks bigger than it was. Looks huge. Alright, we don't need to fight all this, we can run past it. And actually, with the amount of damage I have, I really want to get to 35. So I can put on some faction gear. Maybe even getting some weapons that aren't necessarily cold damage, but are just going to be better base damage. Because, yeah, this damage is a little bit bad, shall we say. Okay, old Bloodbriar here shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think he's missing me an awful lot here. Which, just for the record, I am 100% okay with him missing me. There he goes. Alright. Witch Stalker's a gun. Bloodbriar's Thorn is not horrible. Impervious of Mending is pretty good. When you compare it to my current one, it's got much better resistances. It's got some regen. +3 to Circle of Slaughter, kinda don't care. Ring of Steel, kinda don't care. But the resistances, regen, defensive ability is not bad. I'm not going to use it, but it's not bad. Maybe you get some really good affixes or something while you're doing that. It might be worth swapping over. Okay, so that cave that I pointed out on the map earlier, this is the other side of that entrance. We will be going out that entrance, but before we do, we have to go in here, because there's a big scary spider we need to step on. Or avoid being stepped on by, which is probably more accurate. Because, yeah, she's kind of scary. Only a little bit scary, though. So, regenerator here, we can kill that, no problem. There's level 34. So we will definitely be 35 when we come out of this place. I'm thinking, do I want to pump Spectral Binding up to at least 12 out of 12, or do I want more points in the bar here? So more points is going to give me health. Necromancer is actually pretty good in terms of health and physique. You actually get a decent amount. I think it's 4th after... So Soldiers first, Warlord second, Shaman third, then I think Necromancer. But Necro does definitely give you a decent chunk of health and also energy for putting points in the bar, so I'm kind of tempted. But this also gives me health. So 41's 80. Yeah, I think it's got to be Spectral Binding. I do want to get up to Spectral Wrath here. But I think that can wait. I think I need the hit points more. And it's spent now, so that's what we're doing. Alright, when you see this cow here, and it's pretty much just straight around from the entrance, this is where Ungoliax lives. So we are going to come over here and just get the old fly spray out. Give her a good spray, and then, well, eventually she'll die. Put it that way. I think I just whiffed on Amarastas again. Definitely need to get some offensive ability. It might even be worth putting 10 points in Cunning just for the offensive ability. Yeah, even the small spiderlings, we've got a chance to miss them. Don't forget your Rune Shrine. Now, I know I'm always forgetting things, so I'm, shouldn't be talking, but hey, devotion points, definitely good things to have. Is that the proc? That is the proc. Okay. Chuck that on Troll Rage. This is your most important offensive proc that you're probably going to get. Because this will spread between enemies, so they all take cold and acid damage, and then they get their offensive ability shredded, so they'll miss you more, and their cold and poison resistance is shredded, so they'll take more damage. You want to have that on as many things as you can get it on, and having it on your main attack is the way to do that. So I was going to be taking... we're heading for the Rowan's Crown next, but I think we're going to take the Tortoise first, and I think I'm not even going to finish Rowan's Crown before I go for it. I do have a kind of a cheat sheet which has a devotion plan on it, but I think I'm going to abandon that and just get the Tortoise. Because I don't want to die, basically. Alright, when you come out of that cave, you're going to come out here every single time. And then we're going to head around this way. The top option, or the top sort of way through there, that's almost always open. This one is often open. The lower down ones are usually not open. But there's 4, I think, pathways, and one of them, I think, is usually open. So, find where your exit is and go ahead and get through there. Now, we've got another point here. What do I actually get out of this? So I get 2 red and 2 green. And I have got a green and a blue. That one I can definitely take out. You know what? We are going to go and do a little bit of respecking here. Light respecking, but respecking. Now what I could do is I could take the blue point out and start Tortoise, but I think... Oh, I can't use that until I have... Alright, never mind. Cancel that. We are actually going to take this. So... Defensive ability, vitality, resistance versus damage. I do need vitality resistance, so we'll take that one. I'm just going to put one in there next level. Turns out I need this blue in order to have Murmur, so I can't take that one out even when it's complete, but my next point I will be able to take this one out and put it into yellow, so that'll be fine. And as long as we're in town, firstly, am I going to replace my shoulders? I'm not, but that's a lot of health, and I would like to have it. I'm definitely not going to get it, but I would like to have it. Same with this chest here. Increase in armor is nice. Offensive ability, always nice. And then Pierce and Elemental is nice. I think I'm going to not. But what I will do is go ahead and vendor all of this. There we go. And why not do something completely wild and actually bank it? So as I've got some room in my inventory. Need to get dynamite as well. Just trying to think if there's anything I absolutely need dynamite for in Tyrant's Hold. There is a treasure trove, but usually I end up missing it because it's, you know, up on this corner or wherever, so I think that's fine. I don't think there's dynamite anything that I really need to blow down. So, yeah, we'll be alright, we'll be alright. Oh, actually, you are corrupted. You are a healer, so you need to go. I'm beginning to think that the ground effect for the corruption thing, I'm beginning to think it actually does percentage health damage. I haven't checked. I don't know that that's true. I'm just kind of... It's based on a feeling. It seems like even with maxed Aether resistance, it just chunks your health. And I'm thinking that percent health damage is kind of the only way that that makes sense. I don't know, like I said, that that's true. It's just kind of a feeling I have. I should probably go and check. I'm not going to do it in the middle of recording, though. Alright, let's grab that, pop this chest open, and we can pick up some loot. What were those boots? Chaos resistance. Okay, now normally I'd be very excited about that, but we actually have some much better boots coming up as soon as we kill the boss inside the fort. Alright, that's blocked. This way is probably blocked as well, but we shall see. Nope, we're good. We're good. This section here is probably the first place that they really test your armor. So do kind of be careful about these big guys here. They will hit quite hard compared to everything you've been up to or you've been hit by recently. They do a decent amount of damage. That is Skyfallen. Is that an upgrade? It is not. That's fine. Alright, so we go up, we go down, turn it all around. Just gonna grab this and I'll be on my way. Don't mind me, fellas. Probably should be killing some of this, but I know for a fact, right, whether I use the Explorer's set or not in order to turn in all the quests from this area, I guarantee you I'm going to hit 35, and I may get it, I'm probably going to get a decent part of the way through 35, so I don't think I need the XP from these guys. However, it's always good to have, you know? Okay, I think I'm bored. We're just going to leave them to yell at us from the other side of the doors here. So the portcullis here. Let's go inside. We'll bash down this. We'll open up the secret stash. And I see one... Probably there's 3 or 4 witch doctors in here. And you want to kill all of these. Because, again, boss fight, and you don't want them healing the boss. So let's just go around and pick them off. How come they get to stand on the spike traps and not trigger them, and I don't? That's just mean. Alright, so everyone in here is dead. That just leaves Bloodfeast the Ruthless, and let's go kill him. What is my chance to hit him? 83%. Definitely need to get my hands on some more offensive ability. So you can get offensive ability on Nightblade from the pneumatic burst, like the actual healing skill from the first node. You can get offensive ability from Necromancer, I think from actually Spectral Binding. Might be Wrath. One of them has offensive ability though. I guess Nightblade has that one passive that's percentage cunning. So you can get some from that as well. Hey, there's a dynamite. That's pretty good. There's going to be another dynamite down here as well. And we'll, of course, have the Exalted Stash. It's going to give us a useless... Yeah, there it is. Useless blue item. Actually, that is an upgrade. I'm probably not going to use it, but it is an upgrade. Is it actually an upgrade, though? +2 to Emerast's Blade Burst, +2 to Bone Harvest. It's probably actually not an upgrade, because this thing, where is it? That +76 green number does not take into effect or into account skill bonuses, so it's probably actually not an upgrade. Alright, let's chuck the XP stuff on, because why not? And actually, before I do this, let's see if I can just craft the chest and or legs. That's a lot of armor. I'm going to hang on to that. That can go. That's also kind of a lot of armor, but not really that much. Same with that. That's fine. Those boots can go. This chest can go. I think I'm going to use this one. This one right here. The Devil's Chest Guard. 5% physical resistance. A little bit of pierce. Losing that Chaos Resist is going to hurt, but this is so much health. Yeah, I'm definitely taking some of that. The shoulders also, from memory, are pretty good. Now, these have got 3% physical resistance on them, but I happen to know that they go up to 5, so I'm not going to buy them yet. I'm going to come back and buy them later. Let's see, what do we got? Explorer's Tunic and Trousers. So give me a Trousers, chuck those on. Put the actual gear over here. And what am I short for a tunic? 1 dense fur. Okay. There we go. So now I've trapped myself in that annoying spot where I have to swap this gear in every time I turn in a quest. And it's going to drive me nuts, and I'm going to feel bad if I don't do it because it's 20% bonus XP. Yep, good job. But hey, it is 20% bonus XP. It could be 23 if I chucked a Leovinus ring on. There's also a belt you can get. I think it's Bounty Hunter's belt. That's, I think, is actually level 35, but this'll do. This'll do for me. Alright, we are done there. Do my part, and bang, 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 bang. So there's basically a full level, which is pretty good. Let's actually chuck all this stuff over into the final tab here. Alright, that chest is going on. This sword is, at least allegedly, a pretty good sword. I should be trying to get battle axes. Battle axes are 35, right? Right? 32. Okay, we can go and get some more battle axes. But like I said before that, I want to get a new set of shoulders from Devil's Crossing here. What percentage have you got? 3% again. I think this is just straight up worse than the previous one. That's fine. We have to check... I'm going to leave that helmet. But we have to go to Homestead as well. Homestead has some very nice boots, if I'm respected with them. I'm not respected with Homestead just yet, so I can't actually buy them. But let me go ahead and point them out, just so as everybody playing along at home can see them and decide that they want them. So these ones right here, the Harvest footpads come with elemental, aether, and chaos resistance, and move speed and health, and it's basically everything you want in a pair of boots. Unfortunately, I don't have the reputation for it. What I could do is I could go and kill a bunch of beasts here. Rovers are respected, so we can get their stuff. Homestead here, kill beasts, and I would need to kill like 20 named beasts, which if you just do a quick run through the Broken Hills, there's usually a couple of packs. In fact, let's go do that. Episode's getting a bit long, but that's fine, that's fine. This usually has one hero, maybe 3 heroes here, depending on what difficulty you're running and where you are in terms of reputation or negative rep with the beasts. You can also get some in this group. You can also get some in the group that should be here. If we run up here, there's occasionally some harpies. You could also go looking for totems. The savage totems count as, most of it counts as beasts. As long as I'm doing this run, I may as well get rid of the Calderos quest here. We are going to be doing Steps of Torment a lot later, so I'm not going to do it now. I'm pretty surprised there hasn't been any heroes. This is Undead from memory. Yep, Ancient Spirit. Not interested so much in that. There's also, we just go in here, there's this lovely hidden spoils here. Rifthound leather boots. I'm not going to wear them, but hey, free boots. Bone Harvest apparently is good enough to delete priests, which I like. Alright, so Calderos here, we can just talk to him. Oligarchs are gone, I've had enough of this, you keep your quest for now. I'm on the lookout for beasts, I don't want undead. There's also some occasionally here. Your totem might be here as well, it might actually be a beast totem. Definitely not loving the lack of beast heroes. Just here, so this is the Soleil section. There's usually a hero in that section. Here we go, we've got one here. Hunter's Bane. Nope, Rage Snout. There's a couple. The other places you can go is the beehives. Beehives always have a queen bee in the hive, and also often will have heroes. So, we've killed them. Old Mate over here should count as reputation as well. So while we're in the area, I'll go kill her. It says Beastkin, so it should be reputation for Homestead. Okay, so Lutra, do we get Homestead rep? We should. Yep, there's our Homestead rep. Like I said, we've got the beehives, so the easiest one to get to is over here at Twin Falls. We don't really care about the undead section here, but if you run down this left road, there's beasts down there. But I'm also going to check up here because these bees sometimes do have a hero with them. Not today, but sometimes. Royal Jelly. There's just more undead if you continue up that way, so that's kind of not worth doing. But if we come down here, if we can get the character to do what we want. Here we go, here's one hero. There's a Royal Jelly there, lovely. And Folkrax will go down. That should give us Homestead rep. There we go. And then if we just go inside here as well, this should be, I think it's Oroprax in here, but there will be a Queen Bee on the right hand side. You're also somewhat likely to find a few other heroes in here. It's not guaranteed for sure, but you'll usually find one. Sometimes as many as 2 or 3. Apparently there's an exalted stash as well, so that's fun. There's the queen. It's Ulraprax, the hive matriarch. So we can beat down Ulraprax, that's no problem. And this should give us, I think, 50 rep. I think she's worth a little bit more. What do we got here? 75, there you go. +1 Inquisitor Amulet. Obviously not good for us, but hey, we're here for reputation, not for amulets, so that's fine. I'm just going to do a quick check through here. Looking for any other heroes. Doesn't look like there are any. That's fine. The other beehive, you can go to the Old Arcovian Rift. And actually there's a quest out here we can do. I didn't do this quest earlier. But now that we've beaten Cronley, we can come down here and just talk to Alicia here. Thank you very much. Free XP. And I think that was scrap. Yep, scrap. From here, we can kind of run south down here. There's another wasp nest. There should be some bees right here. So we can take them out or not. Sometimes get heroes around here as well, like the hero pigs. Not always, but sometimes. Also, I should definitely have that scaled hide on my chest. Here we go, we got Scarprax the Frenzied. Another Royal Jelly, another chunk of Reputation. Just flashed up there, another 35. Coming in here to the Stirring Hive. We've got maybe a bunch of heroes. It's a definite maybe. See all this these blue fuzzy things? That's the Murmur proc. Okay, haven't seen any heroes, but just over here we are definitely going to have the Hive Queen. So Ronaprax. Anyone who watched the Retaliation Sentinel knows all about Ronaprax. Knows how much I love Ronaprax. Getting hit with the fumble is really annoying. Alright, down she goes. And that should be another 75 rep. Yep, how close are we? Gotta be close, surely. 106. So we just need a couple more beasts. Where can we get reliable, unique beast? I know where. Same place we've just been. That'll get me Homestead respected, which will give me... oh, the other place you could do it as well is Pine Barrens. There's a lot of heroes in there. If nothing else, you've got the Manticore heroes, so Megara. You've got the Spider hero that we just killed, not Auraprax, I forget her name, but the Spider. And then the Grobal Tyrant as well is another one. I'm just going to go back to Twin Falls. It's probably the easiest one to farm. Just run in, kill the queen, and we're done. So this time I'm not going to go out of my way up here. I'm just going to come down this way. If I find a couple of heroes out the front, then maybe I won't even need to go inside. Yeah, I probably will, but we'll see. That's one. Probably need one more. So if there's one more down here, then we're in business. I don't think we made it. That's alright. One more hero or the queen will be enough. Nice blockage there. Not ideal. And that is also not ideal. Here we go. There's a hero. There's also... well, there's 2 heroes, 3 heroes, plus the queen. There's respected. I'm kind of thinking I should leave, actually. So there's Wall of Cracks. Someone needs to get some plaster or something and fix that wall. Also got Harprax there. Oh, the queen's still alive. Where did you run off to? Not that it matters, I'm done here. You didn't need to come, but ooh, you didn't need to come back. Of the Grove is really, really good. As anyone who's watched me play knows, I am quite fond of that. So that's going straight to the pool room. Or, you know, the use this later pile. And since, you know, he was kind enough to show himself, I mean, it'd be rude not to. So we're going to kill Harprax there. The Farmstead Liberator, honestly, could probably stay on the ground. But we are done, so let's head on back to Devil's Crossing. Thought I was going to say Homestead, didn't you? Probably should go back to Homestead, and we will be after this, but I'm checking for those shoulders. I want to see if I can get a pair of them with 5% physical resist rather than that 3%. I'm pretty sure it goes up to 5. If this is 3 again, I'll check. There we go, 5%. Got some Aether, got some Pierce. How much do I need that Chaos Res? Yeah, pretty badly. I may not actually end up using that. Yeah, probably not. Cold damage weapons, unlikely from here. So we can go to Homestead now, grab those boots. Also, potentially a pair of gloves. What have I got at the moment? Just resistances, so I probably don't care so much about that. I mean, I care about resistances, but the gloves in particular. I'm going to do a little bit of shopping and get some good rolls on these. So I'm going to reset this, but I will be buying Harvest Footpads. And I'm almost certainly going to get potentially these Harvest Grips. That's a lot of offensive ability and stats. But the Harvest Handguards here are also decent. I think I need the offensive ability more than I need the defensive, though. So I think I'm going to do some shopping on the Harvest Grips as well. I am going to end the episode here, though, so I'm going to do the shopping off-screen, and I will see you at the beginning of the next episode. So thank you all very much for watching, see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.